They are two of the most exciting competitors on the PBA Tour. 7-time Player of the Year, Jason Belmonte. And the fiery phenom, Anthony Simonson. Both are in the field today at an event they've each won twice, the 2025 PBA Tour Finals. Next on CBS Sports Network. Welcome back to Steel City Bowl and Brews in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. It is time to resume day one of the 2025 PBA Tour Finals, the annual matchup of the top 8 bowlers in points over the last 2 years on the PBA Tour. We resume group seeding order play. Each bowler bowls 2 games. Let's see who takes the top seed in Group 2. The top 2 have a 1-game match. In Group 1, we just saw it here in Bethlehem. E.J. Tackett takes the top seed. That show is tomorrow night, 5 Eastern here on CBS Sports Network, beginning with O'Neill and Troop in the first match, step ladder bowling. In Group 2, 2-time champs in this event, Anthony Simonson and Jason Belmonte, are joined by former Player of the Year Andrew Anderson and last year's finalist Marshall Kent. Welcome back to Lehigh Valley. It's Dave Ryan, it's Randy Peterson, the Hall of Famer, and the great crowd here again.
Only be hanging.
Fist bump. Got to do that to be in the show. E.J. Tackett amazing in show 1. He's the top seed and looking as good as ever.
Nobody's surprised about what we saw right in our first show. And E.J. Tackett, he's just going to sit around and watch a little bit and relax, and he'll be more than ready tomorrow. So, no shock there.
Well, one of the goats of the game is Jason Belmonte. He's won this event twice. He has 2 300 games in this event. He's ready to roll.
Yeah, Jason wants to show everyone that he's not done yet. And I truly believe he's not done yet. There's no player in the history of the PBA to have won more major champions than that man right there. And, it's hard to pass the torch in any sport. Unfortunately, it does happen. But this man, don't count him out yet.
Anthony Simonson was fantastic here a year ago. He is our defending champion. Needed a 9th, 10th frame roll-off to beat Marshall Kent in this building a year ago. He's ready for a big weekend, too. Simo is superb.
Second on the point list for the last 2 years is Simonson. Battled a back injury all of 2025. And guess what? He's still right there, right in the mix and looking to capture this event for the 3rd time.
All right, time to meet the bowlers in Group 2 with our lane sign announcer. Here is Mike Jakubowski.
A 7-time PBA champion with 1 major. The number 7 seed, Marshall Kent. He owns 5 PBA titles with 1 major, the number 6 seed, Andrew Anderson. A 32-time PBA champion and all-time majors king with 15 titles. 7-time PBA Player of the Year, number 3 seed, Jason Belmonte. He owns 16 PBA titles with 5 majors, the number 2 seed, Anthony Simonson.
When we come back to Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, it is time to bowl. 2025 PBA Tour Finals roll on. 4 more superstars of the sport take center stage when we come back.
The PBA on CBS Sports Network is presented by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, log on to gobowling.com to find a center near you.
All right, Randy, take a look at the oil patterns powered by Kegel tonight. Got 2.
Yeah, watching the practice for Group 2, I noticed much of the same that we just saw Amleto Monticelli pattern 40 feet on the right, Petraglia 46 on the left. And we're going to see some urethane going down the lane out from the outside part of the lane early, and then look for the players to be playing the middle part of the lane on that longer pattern on the left lane. But I see much of the same happening here with Group 2.
All righties in this group. Our format, top 8 players last 2 years. PBA Tour in points. Very elite invitational here. Qualifying round. We saw AJ Tackett win Group 1. 2 semifinal winners advance. The championship match, which is a race to 2. That's tomorrow at 9 Eastern. So 5, 7, 9 Eastern live coverage, CBS Sports Network. Boys going through their final warm-ups here. So Anthony Simonson. Anthony won it a year ago.
I don't care.
On these lanes in a 9/10th ring roll-off match with Marshall Kent. He was coming off a big season. Simo's indifferent on where he starts.
I don't care. You let everybody else have their choice, and I'll take the last.
He's won it twice. 4 different bowlers have won the 8 prior PBA Tour Finals championships in this event's history. And 2 in the lanes in this group in Belmo and Simo coming up. Final warm-ups here for the bowlers. And we'll get going here with our second show. A bust-out year. Belmo a good year, Randy. Not by his standards without the titles, but
For anyone else, it's a really good year.
in the mix in so many shows.
Not just rolls.
But as he told us yesterday, when you don't win, he feels a lot of heat from the haters out there. He's taken it twice.
I'm really interested to watch Marshall Kent. He really struggled this season after
I'm just looking for it.
after second on the point list in 2024. Man, what a tough 2025 for Marshall. It's nice to see him back out under the bright lights, but I'm really interested to see what we get from him tonight.
7 titles a major for Marshall. A bust-out 2024, won the TOC for his first major in suburban Akron. This year was tough, though, for Marsh, 51st in points. But the great 2024 balanced it all out. He's in the top 8, actually the 7th seed, to get this far to the PBA Tour Finals. So chance for redemption. So here is the list. There's Kent at 7th spot. Simo, Belmo, AA, and Kent on this show. And EJ dominant the last 3 years now, and dominant today as well, as he takes the top seed. No surprise there, just continuing his extraordinary excellence.
And was it Chris Vi just missing out?
Chris Vi just missed out, who has a 300 game in this event in the past.
Yep.
Almost got a pair of 300s at the PBA Tour Finals, both for Arlington, Washington, outside Seattle. Warm-ups complete, fist bumps complete, and we are ready to bowl in Bethlehem.
And again, Marshall 4 appearances in the Tour Finals and runner-up to Simonson last season.
Starts off Group 2. Oh, almost 7-10.
Don't you dare. And we're going to see the urethane early for the players on the right lane like we did with Group 1.
The two-hander from down under. Come on. A little high, didn't it? 3-6-10.
Marshall's really worked hard on his game to get back to this point. We'll talk about it as we progress here with group number 2.
32 titles, 15 majors, which is an all-time PBA Tour record. For Belmo, a little backup action.
Yep.
Nice.
Something he started to do last couple of years, get a little backup rotation to that 3-6-10 combo. And here's the PBA's version of the Swiss Army knife. Look at how he's playing it. Look how he's playing that red play. Right, 2 arrows right of everyone. And that's Anthony Simonson. what a year this man has had here in 2025. Bounce back
here. He said overall his most consistent and best season. He did win in Reno. It might all be classic. As many of the players on tonight's show bowl a perfect game. Everyone in America can receive a free game of bowling courtesy of Go Bowling. To pre-register, visit GoBowling.com. Sign up for the Go Bowling Free America promotion. Plenty of 300s in this event. Maybe another one tonight.
Whether you love him or you hate him, he still is fun to watch.
He's 41. And he told us his current manufacturer, ball manufacturer contract with Storm. 3 years left. He'll reevaluate then. He's not going anywhere as a bottom line. It's going to be a while.
Just remember, for Jason Belmonte to bowl in an event here in the States, it's a good 28 to 30 hour trip. It's not like he can just get on a puddle jumper and fly for about an hour and a half.
7-10 no. 10 down late.
That's right, Andrew. Show him who's boss.
That's loud.
That's good living. Clean Wipe presented by Dude Wipes. Good reason.
No urethane for Simonson on the right.
He told us yesterday he loves the challenge of the dual oil patterns.
Just got back from Korea recently, did Simonson.
He a trooper there, yep.
Had a second and a third finish while he was over there. Said the scoring pace was outrageous.
Speaking of long trips. 30 hours door to door for Belmo to get here.
Belmo has a 4-hour drive just to the first airport.
Just to get to the first airport in Sydney, Australia. Oh, ran 10-pin, good shot. Then a 15-hour flight from Sydney to LAX. 3-hour layover, and then about 6 hours from LA to Newark. And then the drive, about 90 minutes to here in Bethlehem. Quite a journey.
Beauty there by Marshall Kent to double up.
Belmo's got his mark. Well, he ain't grandpa, officially Canadian, but now lives in Ohio. And Belmo, the only one who's got to make that kind of long journey. Simonson, brilliant. What a career. And what a shot.
How old is Simonson out? 28?
He won this event in 2021 in Allen Park, Michigan. And
No,
then
I asked you how old he was.
Yes.
28?
Yes. 12 years of pro already.
Yes, 28 years old. Incredible.
I mean, 16 titles, 5 majors for Simon to this point. And 3 titles last year. Simonson second at the USBC Masters, 5th US Open. Belmo do this again.
That looked high as soon as it left his hand. And the trouble with trying to convert the 3-4-7 is if you miss a 3-pin, you lose a ton of count.
No such trouble for Kent. 9-pin.
Spoke too soon, my brother.
Good shot.
Solid 9.
Tricky leave here with the Belmo spare ball. 4-7 stands.
Open frame and count. All right, good cover, Marsh. Simonson, the only one perfect now, 3-3. Anderson looking for his first double. Remember, 2-game total pinfall.
Andrew told us yesterday it feels like he's in his prime. Just turned 30 last month. And a big season, second on the points list. Massive, we call it. It was yesterday, confidence going into this event.
Great season for him.
He also appeared in the 2019 PBA Tour Finals. Second time for him this tournament. Little hell ball, come on.
Seriously?
To the 10, stubborn 10-pin. Left lane for Marsh. Looks good.
He looks good. One of the things he talked about working on was getting his release point a little bit closer to his slide foot, more towards the heel instead of out in front of him. He said, my release point got too far ahead of me, too far out in front. It was disaster at times. I'd grab it, I'd hit up on it, and the ball could just miss the building right, left. It was going everywhere. He's worked really hard with Coach Mike Jazz now to get that release point back behind the ankle where it needs to be.
And a lot of time for Marshall in the gym as well. Put on some serious muscle the last 6 weeks. Here's Belmo. That looks a lot better. He flew out 3 days early to acclimate. Got to get over the jet lag. Not easy to do. He's accustomed to that.
Yep.
He's got several million air miles in his various airline apps.
I remember when Amleto Monicelli used to do that, being from Venezuela and having to leave his country to come bowl on this tour, and rightly so, the right lane, the oil pattern named after Amleto. But again, if he wanted to go home after, say, a bad week, it wasn't like he could just pack up and catch a flight.
Tough for those guys. Long trip. Thumbs up for Kent. Good start for our bowlers here. Group 2. It's underway from Bethlehem. More coming up. Back in Bethlehem, Dave Rennie, our entire crew. PBA Tour Finals going on here from the Lehigh Valley. Group 2 qualifying round. Top 2 will square off in a one-game match to see who is the top seed for tomorrow's stepladder play in Group 2. EJ Tackett won Group 1. Tough break. Another break for Marshall Kent.
Real solid start, though, for Marshall. 10-pin in the first. Solid 9 in the fourth, and now another 10-pin here in the sixth. And it looks like a ball change for Belmonte on the left. It is.
Pays off. Watches the pocket. Ten-pin, no worries there for Marsh. Titles for Anderson. Big Michigan fan. Lives in Holly. He loves his Wolverines. 7-year drought ending in Rio, the Mike Audie Classic. He told us then in March, and again yesterday, Randy, it's a year of redemption for Andrew Anderson. And he has stormed back into the picture this year. This guy's been around a long time. We're in 10-pin good shot. What a talent.
Back-to-back 10s for Simonson on the right. Go! Get out of here, 10-pin. We've had enough of your shenanigans.
Take out for the messenger. And the 10 had no chance. Samo battling some back issues. Told us with some stretching and PT, really feels healthy going to this event this weekend. But it's been a struggle throughout most of the 2025 season for him with the injuries faced.
Belmont working on a double, but he does have the open frame in the fourth.
Almost 7.
That got to that weak 10 spot there, that urethane ball.
Come on, that one.
No flat 10, no help there. As we learn from the Go Bowling trivia question, first show, the DJ the only two, Simon did it. Going all 9 PBA Tour Finals. Almost certainly would have qualified. As Belmonte told us yesterday, third in points this year, second or third every major category. By most people's standards, that's a great season. Final televised event of 2025, still the Lucy doubles event. The benefit research for breast cancer in Texas. And Lucky Larson, end of August in Sweden. Those are PBA Tour titles to be won.
Anderson, our current leader through 7. Here in game 1.
8 for Belmo. The Aussie call is pretty fun here. We like that. Whoa, flirted with a channel. And 1, 2, 4 down the line. Just about put that in the gutter.
First errant shot for Kent. Right now, this man, complete control here at game 1.
His confidence at an all-time high. 6 top 10s. Title this year. Big bounce back. That's right. Player of the year 7 years ago. Still just a young guy, only 30.
Look out. Simonson has got the double chamois working.
Right lane here for Simon. Oh, boy. Oh, no. 2-8-10 split.
What kind of game are we playing that happens?
It's got him wondering.
Hey now.
Lost enough energy. Back up on here.
Oh, they wanted it. They got it.
They called for it. Left for 10 pin.
Belmonte working on a strike, can strike out for 224. Simonson can strike out for 224. Kent can strike out for 229, and Anderson, max score 280.
Seven-time player of the year. He's got it.
They've been waiting all night to yell that.
Max numbers, here you have it. Anderson in front. Looked down the foul line for a second there for Simonson. All good in the end. Anderson for the seven-bagger. Wow, right at it. I mean, 60 feet to success, RP. That was a tattooing of the pocket, my friend.
Grab me some super glue.
He is just piping it on that right lane.
Okay.
Huge lead here for double A. Belmo, little help on the 7-pin. Down it goes.
Great fans here.
They're having a lot
Steel
of fun
City.
here tonight.
Steel City, baby. Much better, Marsh. Again, match score for Kent, 229. Simo, 224. Belmonte, 224.
It's the first of 2 games each. They're guaranteed that many. Third and fourth seeds will bowl again tomorrow, 7 Eastern, here on CBS Sports Network tomorrow night. Second show. That looked good. Top 2 after 2 games go head-to-head a 1-game final to see who the top seed is in Group 2. Kent looks for a good finish, game 1. 4-pin.
That was a good shot.
Great fans, great proprietors here, great center. Showed in our first Group 1 opening telecast, the great tailgate party that went on, and just a great event.
He's Belmo ready. Oh!
223 opener for Belmonte.
Close the messenger.
Kent with a spare 218. Looks like he is not going to attempt to convert the spare. Yeah, this is a reactive ball change, and he will probably get out of that urethane ball game too. This could turn into a really big lead, though, for Anderson if he strikes out.
Guess what?
So Kent tests the waters. 217 for Marshall. Belmo win at 223 game 1. Each bowl gets 2 games here. Tenth frame here for Anderson. Tries for the 8-bagger. He's been on fire. Trying to stay that way. Will.
Yeah, he's not playing near as much angle on that lane.
For Sano.
Wow, that one stayed there. Got it in. Got it, left the target, and it stayed there.
Nine in a row. Anderson. Fabulous. He's got one more shot coming up.
Two-game total pinfall.
One more, maybe. No, that's runaway Brooklyn leaves the 6-pin, but quite a game. 279 for Anderson.
56-pin lead going into game 2 for Anderson.
Throw ball, 10-pin. Simonson, 213 game.
Yep.
Anderson, 279. Belmo in second.
Okay.
Kent and Simonson round out before in Group 2, Game 1. They've got another full game to go, and the top two have a Group 2 championship game as well to set the step ladder for tomorrow. Second game, Group 2 on the way. Okay, Randy, let's take a look at our Bowl TV highlights. First show of the day, Group 1, it's E.J. Tackett, tremendous again.
Yeah, got off to that great start with a big 260 opener. Juggled some bowling balls in game 2, but came back stronger than ever in game 3, averaging just south of 250 for his 3 games.
He's won this event twice. Sure thing player of the year for a 3rd straight year. And tomorrow, 5 Eastern, gear up for more lane action. This year's PBA Tour Finals continuing the semifinal round. Don't miss the top performers battle it out for a chance to compete in the title match right here on CBS Sports Network. Step ladder, Group 1 bowling. Tomorrow begins 3 straight shows, 5, 7, and 9 Eastern. And Game 1, Group 2, Randy. Impressive for Andrew Anderson. He told us yesterday his confidence at an all-time high. Second in the PBA Tour points list this year, and we're seeing him back it up here today in Bethlehem.
Yeah, we've seen him back it up all year. Every time we've watched him on television. And game 1, it was no different. 279 with a 9-bagger thrown in there. Great start for AA.
What's he doing well on the lanes? What makes him so good right now?
Well, he's healthy. That's the starter. Second, he's got confidence now. He's got confidence in his ability. He's got great touch for a big man. I love that big high. It's kind of old school, big high backswing, but he's got great touch. Can do a lot of different things with the ball.
All right, great bowlers on the lanes as well with Belmo, Kent, Simonson, and Andrew Anderson. There you see the numbers through the first game. What are you expecting game 2 after watching transition from game 1?
I see the other 3 players making adjustments to climb back in this, and Andrew just keeping his same strike line. He played him a lot straighter through the front part of the lane than did any of the other players, and so we'll see if that holds up here in game 2.
More PBA Tour Finals on CBS Sports Network from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania next. Let's flash back. World Series of Bowling, National Bowling Stadium in Reno. PBA Mike Albee Nevada Classic presented by Pilgrims in a rematch of this year's U.S. Open Final. Andrew Anderson faced E.J. Tackett. Different result this time. Knocked off E.J. to win the title 237-181. First title in 2,478 days, 7 years. 5th career title. Joined now by Randy.
All right, let's go down for Andrew, AA, man. Great start. Played the lanes a little bit different. We talked about it during our on-camera piece. Looked like you're much straighter through the front part of the lane with your angles. Will that hold up here in game 2?
I think I'm the lowest rev rate by like 100, so that was part of the game plan, keep it in front of me. I got a lot of pins, but I have some of the best in the world chasing me, so I don't think I can really let up.
All right, AA, thanks. Good luck here in game 2.
Thanks.
On top of his game now, for sure. Now ready now for game 2. 4 great bowlers, all in action tomorrow. 7 Eastern, CBS Sports Network, Group 2 step ladder. We saw E.J. Tackett, top seed, Group 1. Second in the World Championship. Very good season, but no wins for Belmo. Well, majors, got 15 of those, an all-time record. Enough to get a victory here. Trip 10 pin to begin his second game.
Remember, top 2 will face off in a one-game match to determine the #1 seed for Group 2 in the stepladder finals for tomorrow. You don't have to be first. You just have to finish in the top 2.
Great career for Marshall, Team USA representative. Oh, the 7-10. Dreaded 7-10. Anderson.
Yeah, he's got his hand up the back and really pushing it through the front part of the lane and keeping it on line. Bad break for Kent on the right lane to start game 2.
Only done 4 times PBA Tour history. 7-10 on TV, right between. And the whiff.
Oh, well. All right.
Loses count. Runner-up USBC Masters this year.
What a 2-game match he had against Gary Haynes. Incredible.
Five majors to his credit.
Yeah, and a 4-count split through the middle cost him his 6th.
See, Marshall can bounce back. Tough first frame of his second game. He crosses over in a really tough lead there with a baby split. 3-10. The left yellow numbers there, the first game score. Anderson was fabulous. 279 game 1.
Staying with the Thane, urethane. Lofting.
Yeah, some loft as well. Trip 10 pin.
This will be interesting to watch. Back-to-back open frames to start game 2 for Kent.
Andrew Ninebacker, first game, second game, first 2.
Typing it. You can have all the talent in the world if you don't have confidence. Hard to beat anybody. Andrew's got both.
Go. 1-9, tough split. Go time for Marshall. Open frames, the first and second.
There you go.
That's better. Top split. Can't convert. 9-pin stands, open frame. Low game 1 for the defending champ, 213. Challenging dual oil pattern set up here again at the PBA Tour Finals.
40 feet on the right, 46 feet on the left. Named after 2 Hall of Famers, Emilio Monicelli, Johnny Petraglia. 1 lefty, 1 righty.
He didn't like it. And the 6-pin does not get another.
Yeah, that was the old look away. That's when you miss target early, you know it.
That's got to really hurry and miss the mark by a lot.
So I got to bowl the next 7 frames? Is there any rules that says I have to?
1, 2, 4.
Yeah, I mean, he could WD right now and take the 4th spot, I think, right?
Just enough to cover. 7 spare Simonson in the 3rd frame. This guy's been motoring all day. Looks for the first 3. Game 2. Oh man. Yikes. 1, 2, 4, 10. Wash out.
Last thing you want to do is give this guy hope.
Lots of loft again. Right lane. Pays off. Really good shot. Lots of cover here. Ooh, loses count 2.
Oh, come on, buddy. What was that?
Little pothole for Anderson, who had been rolling along on the highway. Fourth for Marsh. Got it. First time today, Anderson's had to come back from a tough frame. Ooh. Little luck will help you.
Nice break, tripping out the bucket. Long way to go, though, to get into that 1 and 2 spot. Out. Anderson seems like he's got a pretty good hold on one of those 2.
What a shot, ringing 10-pin, tough break, Simonson.
Hard to get back in it when you can't strike. Kent, after 2 open frames back-to-back, working on a double. Remember, he doesn't have to beat Anderson. He just has to beat the other 2 guys. Great shot by Marshall.
Simonson, 4th frame ready. Sorry for Simonson.
My bad. Simonson 187 through 4. Anderson 192. Belmonte's at 2-0. Marshall Kent 197 through 5. Belmonte's 6-pin advantage over 3rd after game 1.
Big frame for the double. Yes. Fifth for Simonson. Had to really hurry. Messenger across the deck just missed the 10-pin. Not by much.
Huge. What a break. Ball starting to push down that left lane a bit for Andrew. That was some kind of hit, brother.
He'll take it. Double for Anderson. Same for Belmo, who struck 4 of 5 frames. Exciting conclusion to this game coming up. On CBS Sports Network, it's the PBA Tour Finals. Look good there, Randy.
No, that's not flattering. Look how big my face is.
CBS Sports HQ.
I look swollen.
Spotlight keeps you up to date on all the top stories, highlights, and in-depth analysis. Catch the crew weekdays right here on CBS Sports Network. Got the commish, got Kyle Troop.
I mean, the commish looks really good. I look
2 of you there.
I look slightly better than Norm. I mean, Norm looks a little like the great Gadzoo from, what was it, the Jetsons? Oh, it was the Flintstones, yeah.
Mine is really shaky. Didn't see it in that one.
I don't know.
Sorry, Tiny. They're just getting themselves sorted.
Reset.
All right, Belmonte, double 9 spare double. Actually, the leader here in game 2. A lot of ground to catch up to get to Anderson, but again, just need to finish in the top 2 for extended play tonight.
Off again, 2:23, game 1, coming in high and 3-6-10 stand.
Looked like he got that one a little bit right of where he wanted to, and it hit that friction and it hooked immediately.
Former Rookie of the Year, coming off a great 2024. Off the lane. Personal matters to deal with. Tap 10 there, that's good news. Just not the feel he wanted throughout the year. Told us yesterday, very disappointed with how it's gone, but a lot of work in the weight room, a lot of practice. Feels good.
Boy.
Back up ball. Oh. Whip.
Can you believe he missed all 3 of those?
No.
I mean, I can't remember ever seeing him do that. He whipped all 3, the 3-6, the 3-6-10. He didn't. Wow. Shocking. And now a big opening for Marshall Kent, and Simonson still a little life.
6-frame turkey attempt here. Anderson comes in high, pays the price. 4-6-7 split.
So back-to-back players with urethane on the right lane. Both balls check early and go high. Huge opening by Belmonte there in the 6th.
Use the backup ball. Missed them all. Looks to regroup. Does so.
Now what to do on the right lane?
No conversion. 6-pin stands for Anderson. Hold him down for a 279 game 1 score. Marshall told us yesterday his endurance just wasn't there. Late in tournaments, he would flatten out. Took time to get back in the gym. Last 6 weeks or so, and he feels right now he's at peak condition. Good now, Marshall Kent 5-back. Climbing the ladder here.
Looks like Marshall Kent has climbed into that number 2 position by virtue of the last 5 in a row. Remember how he started too, back-to-back open frames, pocket 7-10, then missed the 3-10. Marshall Kent not done yet. Big shot right here, working on 5 in a row.
Quite 6-10.
Simonson, he just wants to get out of town, or at least get out of here tonight and come back tomorrow fresh.
Second open game 2 for Simo. 2nd and 7th frames. 6-10 pickup and a mark for Marshall Kent.
Belmonte max score 240. Kent 235. Yeah. Right lane is scorched right up front. Right in the lay down. That's why Belmonte's trying to loft it.
6-7-10 split for Belmont. Simonson gonna finish out here. Some good frames in the second game. Low score after the first game with a 213. Almost. Just missed the 7-pin, another open frame.
Here we go. That's what we're waiting for right there, folks. Max score. Let me get the circles out of the way, then you can do the math. I'll help you. 452 for Kent. 431 for Belmo. Anderson's going to be in the 500s if he strikes out. Looks like 2 players for that second spot. Big shot here.
Right for Belmo. Got it.
Again, what to do on the right lane. Last 2 shots for him went high, 3-6-10. He missed all 3. And then the 6-7-10 in the 8th for Belmonte on that right lane. Marshall Kent's been really good on the right lane.
His right frame. On the money.
He's a little bit left of the other players on that right lane, and so his ball's not reading the front part of the lane.
Foundation frame for the turkey. Maybe the best shot 2 games there for Simonson.
It looks like first ball strike here in the 10th for Marshall Kent, and he could secure the second spot.
One-game match. If he does that, he and Andrew Anderson sees the top seed.
How big is that trip for?
2, trip 4 will help his cause a lot. Big strike for Kent. It is the clean wipe, Randy, presented by Dude Wipes.
Oh, talk about the perfect wipe. Yep. Kent will be your number 2, Anderson your number 1. We got a 1-game match to determine our seeding for tomorrow's stepladder finals. It's going to go between Marshall Kent and AA Andrew Anderson.
All starts 5 Eastern, CBS Sports Network tomorrow. With 1 step ladder, top seed EJ Tackett. Who will be the top seed for Group 2? We're going to find out. Randy will head down to lane level. Thanks, Randy. What a finish for Kent. 2:35 after 2:17, game 1. 4:52, 2-game total. 4-11 for Belmo.
See you tomorrow.
Anderson a little puzzled. His 10th frame. Simonson would like to finish in style here. He won't get what he wanted.
Here, they'll have him. Sorry.
You're worrying about the ball.
give him a look, right?
What?
Just to give him a look. Pin stands, 191. It's Simo's game 2 after 213 in the first game. 404 total pinfall, 2 games for Simonson. And 206 off the 279 for Andrew Anderson, but 485. He is the leader after 2 games. Marshall Kent bouncing back the 217 first game. A really rough start to game 2 as well, with 2 open frames. And he absolutely caught fire. That strikes out in the end for a 235 game 2. Double A and Marshall Kent joined by Randy.
Thanks, Dave. Marshall, tough start to game 2, but you somehow found a way to head into a 1-game matchup with Andrew. How'd you get it done?
Just never gave up. I've never seen that as an option. It's to just fight through your issues no matter what they are, and here we are.
Thanks for your time. Good luck. Andrew, great start. Found a little something, made some adjustments there in game 2. What adjustments heading into this 1-game match against Marshall do you make?
Yeah, I'm going to have to make a couple ball changes. The timing of it's not great, but we're going to have to trust it. I think I was running out of a little room. So we're going to make the ball changes, be confident in them, and see what happens.
All right, great. Thanks. Good luck.
RP, thanks. Let's take a look at our Go Bowling trivia question. How many 300 games have been shot at the PBA Tour Finals? It's a lot. Answer to follow. We'll let you know after the break. Andrew Anderson to the rescue. No doubt he has been awesome. He and Kent head-to-head, 1-game match coming up. See who the top seed will be in Group 2. Let's take a look at the Go Bowling trivia question again. How many 300 games have been shot at the PBA Tour Finals? The answer is 5 of them. Let's recap those in flashback. July 2020, Jupiter, Florida. Jacob Buttriff, qualifying round, 28th all-time 300 game on TV. June 2021, Thunder Bowl, suburban Detroit. Chris Vine knocked out BJ Tackett by his second 300 game on TV. That was number 32 all-time on TV in PBA Tour history. June 2022, just outside Seattle, Angel of the Winds, it's Kyle Troop, number 33 all-time. Same day, first time ever, 2 300 games on the same day. Different shows, PBA Tour Finals. It was Belmo, number 34. Then June 2023, the last 300 game on TV. Angel of the Winds, step ladder semis at the PBA Tour Finals. The last 4 300 games have been at the PBA Tour Finals. 5 in all, Randy. That's a lot of perfection.
Yeah, we've always had some high scoring at the Tour Finals. It doesn't disappoint. It's a lot of fun to watch because the talent is so great. And then you put them on very scoreable oil patterns, and there's going to be a lot of fireworks.
But not today. There's been a lot of adjustments as the transition has progressed here.
Scoring pace fell down a little bit with Group 2, but the scores are still pretty decent. Players are making the right adjustments, and there's a lot of them. So there's a lot of transition going on between games 1 and 2. A lot of that has to do with the urethane, especially going down on the right lane.
All right, frame of the game presented by Beatbox. Let's recap the second position here. Maybe frames of the game, Randy. More than we want to talk about.
Yeah, game 2, it started with that whip by Belmonte in the 6th. And then he follows it up on that same lane with a big 6-7-10 split. So it's back-to-back open frames for Belmo. And what does Marshall Kent do? He comes up big in the 10th frame with the huge break, tripping that 4-pin.
The frame of the game presented by Beatbox, the original party punch. Beatbox, what's your flavor? Please enjoy responsibly. So there are the numbers, Randy. 2 games complete. It's Double A and Kent head-to-head coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if there's enough room left on that left lane for Marshall Kent. He's got the big high rev rate. It looks like Andrew Anderson's going to go through a couple of ball changes like he mentioned in the interview. It's going to be great to see what happens here in this 1-game matchup.
What a comeback for Kent. 2 opens to begin that last game, then he rallies, and he's the number 2 spot going in to this Group 2 final. Anderson Kent head-to-head on CBS Sports Network here at the PBA Tour Finals in Allentown and Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. Welcome back to the 2025 PBA Tour Finals here on CBS Sports Network. Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, the site for a second straight year. Sellout crowd again. PBA Proud to have Boys to Veterans Link as the official charity of the PBA Tour. Thank you, U.S. Salute to Edward. Welcome, U.S. Navy E6 Ray Bonner. You served for 9 years. Thank you for your service, protecting our nation's freedom. To donate to the bbl.org. Many thanks, Ray. Tail of the tape, Rando. Let's break down these two superstars.
Well, they're both young. 12 titles between them, 1 major apiece. But Andrew Anderson's the one that's on a heater. And he's been on a heater throughout 2025.
Good.
Breakout season. Struggling season for Kent. Marshall wants to wrap up televised PBA Tour events with a title here tomorrow. Came so close last year. Lost in a 9th, 10th frame roll off to Anthony Simons.
That
In
is
this title match. Whoa!
Yeah, that was as up the lane as you can get it. And I know his angles have been pretty tight through the front part of the lane for 2 games, but at some point when the lanes break down and you move that far to the left, you have to start opening up your angles a bit.
Runaway Brooklyn. Not the way you want to get things started. Six pin. No damage done. That's the good news.
To determine the order of our stepladder finals tomorrow, we know that Simonson will be in the 4th spot, Belmonte the 3rd spot. Who will be the leader heading into tomorrow's action?
First major came last year. Spectacular season. Urethane.
Yeah, he's staying with the urethane. I thought he would have been out of it by now, but he's got such a big hand and such a heavy roll that he can move in and still get that urethane ball to tip and come around the corner. Question is, does he get out of it with the first flat 10 he leaves on that right lane?
So interesting as the lanes transition this late into the show.
Now watch how steep he is on this left lane through the front part of the lane. Never got it far enough.
4-6-7 split.
Never got it far enough right, and then pays for it. But again, this is for positioning for tomorrow night's stepladder. You can see the loft there, and that loft, the reason behind it is to try to delay hook, right? The ball can't hook if it's in the air. But he has to have more angle through the front part of the lane.
6-pin stands there, partners, so open frame. But we've seen it before with Marshall. First 2 frames last game did that, then roared back with a tremendous finish in game 2 to take the 2nd spot behind Anderson.
Andrew as well, staying with the Thane or urethane.
I like that, the Thane.
As players call it, they call it Thane.
Flat 10, not what he wanted there, but just the 10-pin, no big damage again done.
Nope. That's the thing with urethane. Once you lose angle, right? If you can stay far enough right for a right-hander, you stay far enough right and pipe it this way, pipe it towards the pocket, then you have angle on your side in terms of carry, in terms of getting that weak 10 out. As you start to migrate in and you start to open that angle up a little bit, you better have a boatload of hand to get that corner pin out.
Could do it last time. No problem, cross lane, single pin spare conversion. Andrew told us the last time he competed in this event, 2019, he said he threw the ball all over the place. It was the worst he had bowled on TV in his career. And he had a bad 2019 by his standards after the Player of the Year season of 2018 when he won his major. So he got in because of the 2018 season point totals. And he couldn't wait to get out of Vegas at Red Rocks in 2019. Nowhere near the finals. Different story here. 2-7 baby split.
Right, so that time he did have angle through the front, but it didn't get back, right? So what does he need to do? He needs to get softer with his ball speed, and he has to have more side rotation to get it to come around the corner.
It's about an hour and a half of bowling on these lanes. TV pairs changing quite a bit. It's up to these tremendous bowlers, their tour reps, to adjust.
Good cover. Remember, there was a real between Group 1 and Group 2.
Yeah.
Come on, Marshall. Come on, Marshall. Let's go, Marshall. Come on, Marshall.
Runners talked about it, Simon, last year. He tore his thumb up on the show last year. Remember that? He was trying to super glue it. Let that thing, oh boy, repaired. Almost the double. 1-2-8, just the 8-pin.
Hard to believe that one got back as far as it did, but that just shows you how much hand Marshall Kent has and how hard he can get on it when he wants to. Yep, it's like, oh no, oh please, oh, okay.
Please no split.
Yeah, I mean that could have been 2-8-10, 2-10, 2-4, 8-10. But it got enough of the head pin to just be that. And very fortunate trip of the 2 forward. Now it's just a single pin attempt, right?
So 9 spare off the open in the second frame for Kent. He told us yesterday making the finals a year ago really helped his confidence heading into this year's event, especially with the struggles he had on the lanes. No shows. 51st on the tour in points. Lots of loft, left lane. High result, 4-7.
Closer.
So he's already lofting it. He's already lofting it. You can see it there. There was a ball change for this shot. He did give it a little bit more room to the right. It still went high. How much more lane does he have? He's going to keep moving. God dang it.
Watch it. Yeah, he missed it. So a chop, four-print stands, open frame. Lots of damage here in the top seed match.
Can't do that here.
Three spares, no strikes to open up the top seed match here for Anderson.
Great shot. He's got such good touch for a big guy.
Re-rack.
Real tall, long
please.
arms, taking a re-rack on that left lane. So again, remember the first shot he was way too much up the lane on the left. The last shot he gave it a little bit of room and never got back. As we take a look at the beautiful style of double A. There's that hand, those fingers right up the back, keeping that ball on line. And now let's see what he does on the left lane. I think a little softer speed with a little more rotation will do the trick for him on the left.
Talking to it.
Almost.
Two pin.
Come on, man. What were you doing?
I mean, this looks pretty good. It just maybe a little bit softer. There you go. There's the rotation we're looking for. You can see the ball rotating right there, but just a little softer ball speed will give it time to come around the corner.
Could have gone up 32 pins. One strike in the fifth. Has his mark. Solid lead. Kent off the open frame. Andrews disappointed. Knew he could have thrown a big punch there. Off again for Kent. Kind of been emblematic of the day, hasn't it? He's taking advantage of the strike in the 5th frame.
He's got that lane down. He's fine on that lane. Strike in the 1st, got it wide and got it back just to lead the 8th pin in the 3rd, and another strike here in the 5th. It's the left lane that he's got to conquer. Back-to-back opens on that left lane.
Same TV pair as we were last year at the PBA Tour Finals in this building. Marshall reflecting a lot this week on his run of the finals with Simonson last season.
There's more loft.
That's a lot of loft. Works out okay.
You can see when he let go of it, it's the way he kind of stepped off to the right. He loved it out of his hand. And then the ball did exactly what he was hoping it to do. That's lofted almost to the arrows. So we're talking almost 15 feet in the air.
Man, cuts it at 12. Double for Kent. Well, things are dicey.
Anderson clean through 5. Another good one. Another real good one. All right, again, the left lane is kind of the star of the pair of lanes here. Who knows what's going to happen on that left lane, and if you can conquer it, well, you have a pretty good chance of winning this one-game match. Right now, Anderson has not struck on the left lane in this game.
Saw the stat pack. 2 opens, but a doubles brought Kent right back in the match again. Ball change. Wow. Trip 10-pin late. Lead back to 22 with a strike.
You're right, partner. That was a ball change and just a little nudge on the 10 for a double. And what a great time for that to happen. What a great adjustment. And then he executed perfectly. Look at that. Nothing better than making a decision and then executing the plan.
Win probability numbers there. Significant edge for Anderson right now, but that's subject to change. Kent needs it. He's got it.
All right, it's back to 12, and he can cut it to 2. Remember, Kent will finish this match on the left lane. Nothing better than to watch a player with talent, this much talent, fight back from adversity. Miserable 2025. Stellar 2024. Fighting and clawing his way back each and every week. And here he is with a chance to cut it to 2.
Second in points a year ago, from 2nd to 51st. That's shocking. 3 fall. All those bad feelings can be erased with a really tough break on the 4-pin. Good shot.
The only problem with that kind of loft and that kind of overthrow over the foul line, if you will, is there is a tendency to hit up on it. When you do that, typically the miss is going to be heavy.
So cannot complete the 4-bagger to cut it to 2. Still anyone's match. It's going, but watch out. He missed it. Maybe not now. With a 3rd open frame of the match. That is a shocker.
He's had a history of spare issues in the past. He misses the 4-7 in the 4th and now a 4-pin. And he's all but gift wrapped the #1 seed to Andrew Anderson.
Anderson on the bench sees the lead balloon at 25 pins. Could be 35 with a strike here. That's high though. Watch it. Not too much damage done. 3-6 standing. Not his best shot. Frustrated Marshall Kent steps off set from him. Regroup. Anderson calls for re-rack here. Big shot coming up. Can't think things over here. 23-pin lead for Anderson. Wow. 3 opens. And the last of which, so late in the match, is a killer. Nice frame, Anderson.
Great shot. All but over. Max score now. Marshall Kent can strike out for 202. Anderson spare strike. He shoots 205. Come on, ball.
Yeah. Come on.
Well, back in 2019, when Andrew struggled so mightily at the PBA Tour Finals in Vegas, he had a torn tendon he was dealing with. He said he probably shouldn't have bowled anyway. He was not healthy, not close. It was not one to remember for him.
Well, I can promise you what Marshall Kent will be doing before tomorrow's stepladder finals. He'll be working on a spare game.
DJ Tackett, top seed, Group 1. Anderson about to lock up top seed, Group 2. Nice cover.
Yeah, I'm not sure he tried to make it that way, but typically you shoot the 3-6-10, you try to cover all 3 of the ball. So on the right side of the 3-pin, and the ball deflects into the 6 and 10. But 3 here in the 10th, and you make Andrew Anderson mark and get good count. Excuse me, that's not correct. His best now is 192.
Again, locked on that left lane.
So if he strikes out, Anderson needs 9.
Left lane a struggle. We'll be thinking about that tonight. Everyone is back tomorrow.
Well, let's go back to the 2 spares he missed. So he has the big open frame in the second, the big split, and then he misses a 4-7 and misses a 4-pin.
All in the left lane. Another one. Would make the score down by 3 if he can strike here, but
after this.
Just 9 needed for Anderson.
You hear what he just said? Going to be shooting some 4-pins after this.
Just as you predicted he would, Randy.
I'll have to shoot that one.
Wow.
Anderson needs 9 for the victory here. For the top seed in Group 2. Tackett, top seed, Group 1. For the win. He's got it. Andrew Anderson is the top seed, Group 2. He's wrapped it up.
Come on.
Moment of the match brought to you by Pilgrims. chicken can be boring, but Pilgrims is turning chicken nuggets upside down. I love it. You love it. Put it in a nugget. Stand to go for Anderson. Okay, missed that one. He's got it wrapped up. It wasn't easy.
Thank you. Moving on.
193, 191. Anderson's high fives.
See you tomorrow.
Knocks off Marshall Kent.
There we go.
And the top seed.
All right.
Just needs to win one match tomorrow.
Let's go.
In Group 2 to make the championship show.
There we go.
Broadcast
I'll
start
get
tomorrow
you in a
at
second.
5 Eastern. Andrew Anderson.
Not pretty.
Top seed, Group 2. Subscribe to the PBA YouTube channel for a classic telecast, tournament highlights, and exclusive content, including live streams of the PBA LBC National Championships. Go to youtube.com/PBA to subscribe to the biggest bowling channel on YouTube. When we come back to Bethlehem, today we'll talk with Andrew Anderson and Marshall Kent, the two finalists. Wrapping up Group 2 at the PBA Tour Finals. That's on the way next. Step ladder for Group 2 is set. Simo Belmo. What a first match we'll have for you on CBS Sports Network, 7 Eastern tomorrow night. And Kent against the winner of match 1. Andrew Anderson is the top seed after outlasting Marshall Kent 193-191 moments ago. Randy joined now by about 2 finalists in Group 2.
Thanks, David. So, I don't even know if you threw to me, but I'm going to guess you did. I'm going to start with Marshall Kent. Marshall, that last game, these oil patterns got beat up pretty good throughout, and it started to look like some tough treading, especially on the left lane. Take us through what you were seeing and what you were trying to get accomplished on that lane.
Yeah, it just felt like it kept hooking the whole time, and so I felt like I was behind the move, and finally just had to start throwing it in the air to get down lane. But you know, once I found it, the reaction was good. I was just going to go shoot 4 pins for about an hour after this.
I was going to ask you, because of battling that on the left lane, did it somehow distract or take away your concentration when it came to shooting a 4-pin in the 4-7?
No, not really. No, that's just on me. I shot a lot of 10 pins before the show, but probably should have shot more on the other side. But I'm going to go play with a couple things and figure it out for tomorrow. So hopefully, luckily, it happened today, not tomorrow when we get eliminated. So I'm going to go fix that tonight, and hopefully it's all better tomorrow.
And what can you take away from tonight to apply to tomorrow?
Just keep moving left. They're going to hook.
Thanks, brother. Thanks. All right, man. See you tomorrow. Andrew, wow. Like, man, you just survived, right? You got a little dicey, you got a little nasty there towards the end. What did you see?
Yeah, no, I agree with Marshall. The left lane really started hooking quite a bit, but I actually felt like I got over it, and then my ball wasn't quite strong enough. So I made that kind of like a miracle ball change back and moved back right through the really good one, and that kind of felt like I eased it for me. I lost the right lane a little bit, didn't really notice it, but through enough good ones, we're moving on, and we're in that final match tomorrow.
We talk about your stellar 2025. What do you attribute this big turnaround in your career, your success here this season?
Yeah, I mean, people talk about it all the time, but it takes an army. Last few years have been tough, battling injuries, mental game. Working with a mental coach has been life-changing. I got my boys at Turbo, help me out every day. And, you know, I think you're just seeing a culmination of good things coming together at the right time.
Thanks a lot. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Randy, thanks so much. Marshall, Andrew, back on the lanes tomorrow here in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. We'll take a timeout. Big day for Tackett and Andrew Anderson. Next season, expanded coverage of the PBA and CBS Sports begins with the World Series of Bowling starting in May, including the PBA World Championship Finals on CBS and Paramount Plus. Big news.
Yep.
For the PBA Tour on CBS next year. Randy, we can't wait for that.
Great news. Yep. Anytime we can get to be on a great network, it's always big for our sport and for our players. So yeah,
it's the 9th time we've televised the PBA Tour Finals on CBS Sports Network. More great coverage to come in 2026. Great bowling for Andrew Anderson as he's the top seed in Group 2.
Got off to a red hot start with the big 270 game, right, and then just grinded his way through the rest of it. but he made really nice shots, kept the ball in play, kept it in front of him, had just the 2 opens, not counting the 10th frame of the last game that really didn't matter. He just needed 9 there, but yeah, I mean, he just managed his game and his moves very well, grinding them out.
226 average for Andrew Anderson. The few fans who are here.
Love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thanks.
Nothing quite like it. All right, so Andrew Anderson, the top seed. We saw E.J. Tackett, fantastic in Group 1. 2 amazing bowlers performing under the bright lights pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, let me ask you. I mean, what stood out for all the players, all the 8 players? Did one stand out? To me, one did. E.J. Tackett.
Again, he's something else. Thanks for joining us for 4 hours of live coverage on CBS Sports Network of the PBA Tour Finals from Bethlehem. Now, for the Hall of Famer Randy Peterson and the entire crew, it's Dave Ryan saying so long for now. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 Eastern for more PBA action, bringing on the conclusion of the PBA Tour Finals this year. It's been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. E.J. Tackett, Andrew Anderson are the top seeds heading into tomorrow's action.